Micheal Flaherty, thank you so much for being with us today on Inside Out.
Hey, Kurt, thanks so much for having me on.
Let's talk about Chronicles of Narnia, Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Enjoyed it greatly, but the truth of the matter is that film started out very slowly here in the U.S.
Yeah, very, very slow. Made for an agonizing opening weekend.
What do you think went on? Why do you think it was so slow?
People are just so busy at Christmas time. And, we in Hollywood are so egocentric. We feel like everyone could just drop everything that they have, all their family commitments and all their Christmas commitments, and dedicate themselves to seeing a movie on opening day. And we're real impatient. But eventually the movie stayed in the theaters and ended up doing really well. We were pleased with it.
It did much better overseas, didn't it?
Three times what it did here. It's quite a puzzle, and it's fun because there's so little research that's done in Hollywood, so you're free to just forward as many theories as you want, and don't really know why the disparity is. What's interesting in the United States is the ticket sales almost exactly mirror the book sales. So the number of people who saw Prince Caspian was half the number of people who saw Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, and the book sales are half. The people who saw Dawn Treader was about a third less than the people that saw Prince Caspian, and the book sales are about a third less.
A lot of people said Prince Caspian didn't do as well as Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe for many reasons. I mean, many of us can sit here and try to figure this out, and I'm sure you guys did as well. But the fact that it might have been a bit darker, a bit more grim, maybe a bit more violent,
Yeah, and this is the paradox, because when you want to do faithful adaptations, that book is a dark war kind of novel. And, we actually pull back a little. I mean, there's, in one scene, Peter beheads a couple of people.
That's pretty grim, isn't it?
Yeah, at the end, they run into some Greek gods who, give everybody wine and they get drunk. So it's amazing, because I think that a lot of us, in our minds, we have this, this perfect image of these Narnia books because we grew up with them. But there are some elements in there, that are, a little tough, and Caspian is the darkest. And Silverchair is pretty dark, too, physically and tonally. A lot of it takes place underground. That's why for the next one, we're really hoping to go in the direction of Magician's Nephew.
Right, which, by the way, you talk about mirroring the book sales. That was the second highest seller of the series, wasn't it?
Yes, and pretty close, sort of nipping at the heels of Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. So it's amazing, and it's a great origin story, and I like the way that Lewis did it, and that's what we're trying to do with our films, which is you actually start in the middle of the story. So then when you tell the origin, it's much more interesting. So you can say to yourself, that's where the lamppost came from.
Oh,
that's where the wardrobe came from.
Yeah, you can connect the dots on that, which is always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, what about production schedule and all of that? Do you have a script for this yet?
No, we don't. We're still in our conversations right now with 20th Century Fox, the studio, and the C.S. Lewis estate, who owns the rights to all the books. So we're all trying to come to an agreement about which film to do next and how to film it. So we're waiting to see where that goes.